boy. We got another one. Ha! Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding. I'm still hungry. Hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible.
It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and this one features your 2021 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jamar Chase. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Bengals and the Buccaneers, and it comes your way next.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Tampa. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, for a little bit we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
To the air right away is Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The numbers for Evans a week ago. 6 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Underneath, he's got Brady. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make the play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Cook. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now Brady. And it's caught. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Cincinnati's offense takes the field and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Now a stoppage as Samaje Perine appears to have been shaken up on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now Burrow down around his goal line. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for Mixon last week, 19 carries, 91 yards. And
as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run, has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow, man open. That's Jamar Chase, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback or running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks and running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd down and 3. The Bengals at 9-4 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here we go, here we go.
First down. Here's Burrow. And this one too low.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That good for 19 on a 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Drew Sample, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we've got some intriguing matchups in prime time tonight. Patriots and Raiders, that's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty Lambeau Field at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 locally there in Green Bay.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On second down, here's Fournette. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the draw, this is Fournette. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. And brought in by the tight end Cook.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Brady gives this one to Vaughn. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Julio Jones from 21 yards away. And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Ryan Succop for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. Now it's Ryan Succop after the touchdown to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is,
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
On second down, it's Vaughn. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, they go back to Vaughn again. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down at 4. From the gun, it's Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On first down, Brady. They'll set up the screen to Vaughn. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 27, Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Brady again. Evans has it left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Brady now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Brady going to throw. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. McPherson now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A good pickup, but and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where you see the final score there. J.K. Dobbins, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head to the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado. Check in on the Broncos. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Jerry Jeudy, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Baker Mayfield leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Well, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Levante David in on the tackle.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 45 on second down, Burrow. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mixon running wide side. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Kevin Huber now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Vaughn on 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Brady to Evans that time. 1st down Tampa.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Running behind center with Vaughn. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Throwing now is Brady. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Brady. And he comes back with one complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take it.
Succop now, set to kick it off, following the made field goal. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Here we go, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here we go. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. That's good for 28 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Mixing up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2.
Burrow looking to pass. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
11 empty.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Brady now on 1st down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
After the sack on 1st down, Brady looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Brady leaves with Vaughn on the draw. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. There's Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Brady's throw there complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Brady. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is
so the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. On 2nd and a yard, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here we go, here we go.
And they take a knee.
Here we go.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cincinnati, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the loss might knock them out of playoff.
Talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.